A chart-topping artist at home and a polished presence on the international scene, EMIN is a singer who shared stages with global stars and built a following in his home country Azerbaijan and further afield. But his world stretches beyond music, into business influence and high-profile circles, making their figure as complex as he is visible.
I think it's important to cover songs that are timeless. And they are timeless because there's some DNA and substance in those songs that it doesn't matter who sings those songs. You hear the melody, you wanna hear it. You wanna hear more of it.
Obviously, Something Stupid is a huge song, Frank and Nancy Sinatra. But of course, I remember the Robbie Williams
version
and Nicole Kidman, and it was a huge hit. But you have just done with Amanda Holden, who is not a big name. Musically.
That was David's idea, and he said that he's friends with Amanda for a while now, and she's great, and you're gonna love her. But I said, David, it's a no-brainer for me. Let's do it. And then he introduced me to Amanda. We both recorded our vocals separately. Then we met in London and had dinner and hung out. And she's great. She's so much fun.
Well, you both sound really beautiful. It's a lovely.
Well, she's a super pro, and it's not about how big the names are. It's how good the performer is always, I think.
And I do think that your voice, for me, sounded particularly good on You Are So Beautiful. It's a very emotive song anyway.
That's David's favorite vocal of mine. But for some reason, David thinks it's probably the best vocal on the album of all the songs, which I disagree with.
No, I think I agree.
I think he likes the intimacy of the song.
Well, it suits your voice. Actually, the song suits your voice so much, and the emotion in it.
And it's a beautiful song.
If we look at the album overall, I feel that it's a very emotive album. Why did you want to do that? Was there something personal? Is it a time in your life?
I think all of this music comes from my youth and childhood. When I was, 12, 13, 15, 17, when people were listening to Tupac and, all the current, super cool guys. I was listening to Elvis and Tom Jones and Sinatra, and it was when they had superheroes on the wall. I had Elvis Presley on the wall as a poster. And this music really does mean a lot to me because I think I was inspired to start a musical career and be involved in anything musical because of these great names.
Did probably have a similar childhood in that way. I grew up with the songs. And as a kid, you think, oh, this guy is cool.
He was so cool.
It was so cool.
He could do the crappiest song and make it sound amazing.
He could.
And look amazing.
And I can see the passion when you're talking about Elvis. I can imagine you as a child. Would you say that your passion has grown more? Because when we're kids, we become obsessed. How would you compare it?
I'll compare it. It was the love from the first sound. When you fall in love with Elvis, you can never let go.
Future. Who are your dream collabs that you haven't done so far? And what does the future hold for Emin, the musician?
One of my favorite artists is Sade. And I love Sade so much. And if this is probably a dream collab that is never going to happen because she never duets with anybody. But if you were to ask me, she would be the first choice.
That's the best choice.
Sade.
You may be the only love I had ever known, and it's got to last forever. Things are wrong and now it's over. Your love is gone, though mine is still.